In this video, I want to talk about how secundal chords relate to one another. Okay, we've been talking about secundal chords a little bit, but let's see some logic behind them and how you can use them with one another. Okay, so in previous videos, we've seen how if you were to take like a C major scale, like C, D, E, again, we're in treble clef, E, F, G, A, B, and C, and you throw you stack a bunch of chords in thirds like this, and it doesn't really matter what major key you're in, just as long as you're using a major key, you would get the same results as far as this being a major chord, this being your minor 2, your minor 3, your major 4, your major 5, your minor 6 would look like this. Your diminished 7 would be here like this. And finally, your major 1 chord at the end would look like this. Okay, so we saw this many videos ago, but this will hold true to how we can start making secundal chords that work well together. Okay, so using this logic, let's go ahead and do the same thing. We'll stay in treble clef, we'll stay in C major, and we're going to do another C scale, so C, D, E, F. We'll give ourselves some room here, F, G, A, B, C. And it doesn't matter, you can do this with any major scale you want to get the same results. We're going to use, we're going to do, maybe I could do it this way and just write a second on each one with this color, and then we'll switch colors here, just so the notes are really clear. I don't want anyone to get lost here, okay? Okay, so now we're doing the same thing, but instead of stacking in thirds, we're stacking in seconds because we're making secundal chords, okay? And then this is going to be that E, this is going to be F, there we go. G, all I have to write is a C major scale, E Phrygian scale, right? All I have to write is E Phrygian now. C, D, and E, okay? And all we have to do now is figure out, are they major seconds or minor seconds? Remember, if we had a major second followed by a minor second, this was a major chord. In secundal, of course, this is all going to be in secundal theory. We had that, a major second followed by a minor second, if your notes are like this, in a secondary, in like 1, 2, and 3, right? 1, 2, and 3. The next one, it could be minor 2 followed by major 2. We saw this last video. This would be minor. Minor 2 followed by a minor 2 would be diminished, and finally, let me go ahead and make our chart complete. And then finally, we'd have major 2 with major 2 would be augmented. Okay, so those are our options. Let's go ahead and see what we got. And it doesn't really matter what scale you use, that you'll get the same answer as long as you use a major scale. Okay, so we have C, D, and E. C to D is a major second. I'm just going to write an M for major and lowercase or uppercase M for major and lowercase m for minor. D to E is also major. So this is going to be an augmented 1 chord in secundal. Again, this is all secundal. Okay, please don't get confused with the tertian here. This is purely for secundal logic here. Okay. This one is D to E, E to F. That's a minor second. This is a major second. So this is going to be a This is going to be a major 2 chord. A major 2 chord. E to F is a minor, like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so and then F to G is a major. So we're looking at this one. This is going to be a minor 3 chord. So again, you can take this logic and apply it. Even though you may have never worked with secondaries before, in secundal chords before, you can use the logic that you already know to kind of explore new areas of music and make sense of it and put rules and at least label things as what they are, just based on the logic that's found with them all. Okay, let's keep going. Change colors just for the fun of it. F to G is major. This is also major, so major, major gives us augmented. There's a 4 chord there. Augmented secundal triad. G to A is a major. There we go, major. A to B is a major, so this is an augmented 5th. A to B is major. B to C is minor. So this is going to be a major 6. Major 6. B to C is a minor. C to D is a major 2nd. So we got a minor 7th. And then this is easy. You don't even have to count this one. You just look at this one and you say, oh, that's got to be the same thing. And there you go. Okay, so you have augmented, major, minor, augmented, augmented, major, minor, augmented. Super simple, right? And those are the chords that would work. So if you wanted to make your own piece of music, these would be potential chords to go for. If you wanted to, you could even write a little chord progression. The only problem with these chords is if you want to jump, like if you even wanted to do a 1 4 5 thing here, let's go 1 4 1 6 4 5 just to keep things a little bit easier. I'm used to writing major tertian chords. Anyway, so 6 4 4 and then 5. Okay, and well, this will be our repeating thing. Augmented 1. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to use C, D, and E. Now, what you can do instead is you can put C and D at the top here and give yourself a little bit of room and put your E down here if you wanted. Okay, they don't have to always be really close together. Now, let's say we wanted to go to 6 here. 6 is going to use A, B, and C. The C can stay the same. The D can drop down to B. Maybe they do a little bit of cross voicing like that. Or we got B, C, and D. So maybe the D would, the E would go down to, yeah, like about like this, right? Instead of the E jumping up to B there, maybe you could do this. So this is going to drop down to the B there. This is going to go like that, and then this is going to stay the same. Maybe your voicing can do this. And you kind of have to make up a few more extra guidelines here because it doesn't follow as nicely as we saw with all the tertian stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a 4 chord out of this. 4 is going to be F, G, and A. F, G, and A. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe this can be an A. We're going to use that A. F, G, and A. That's the highest note. This is going to go all the way up there. Bear with me here. Or even to a G. Somehow we need a G. Okay, so let's make this go down to a G. This will go down to a G here. F, G, and A. Maybe this one will be actually closed. Or this one can go down to an A. And then that would have to jump up to an F. No, I don't like that. Okay, this is going to go up to an F here. And then this one will come down, and then we'll do this. Okay, so it gets really closed. Again, this might not be what you want, and it might be really difficult to do this. Either that or your notes will jump a lot more. Maybe voice leading is a little bit more difficult of an exercise to do here. Okay, and then this one's relatively simple. You could get away with just moving everything up one note, and then you'd get 4 to 5. But let's see if we can do a little bit better than that. Okay. So we got F, G, and A going to G, A, and B. If this one were to jump down, we keep these two the same, and then this one jumps all the way down to a B, all the way down there. Okay? And so we would have this chord, G, A, and B, right? So G and A here, and you do that. Okay? So, and then you repeat this maybe. This chord progression, let's see if I can even play this. This chord progression, if you wanted to do a secundal chord progression, would sound like something like this. And then repeat, we'll go back up to here. Okay, so this kind of works, and then you could start making music out of this. The beautiful part about secundal chords is that they are cluster chords. They're like I said before, they're called cluster chords. You get this very beautiful dissonance between the notes, and in fact that's why the augmented sounds so nice. I'll play this one. Okay, so if you use them, be sure to try to make beautiful voice leading, try to get your phrases going, and then you can write melodies over this and everything. Okay, so good luck, and I'll see you on the next video.